Mercedes has debuted the CLA in both electric and hybrid powertrains. In a first for Mercedes, the CLA EV and the CLA Hybrid will share a common model name. This marks an end to Mercedes' strategy of entirely bespoke EVs being developed to sit alongside their combustion-engined equivalents. When it comes to design and looks, Mercedes CLA Hybrid and CLA EV will look almost identical inside and out. The new CLA emphasizes on the brand's three-pointed star logo with its lighting elements. The motif features in the CLA's headlights and brake lights, and the EV also gets a flush front grille with no fewer than 142 backlit stars. They surround the main front badge, which is also backlit. The CLA Hybrid is differentiated by a traditional open grille needed to provide cooling to the engine. Small inlets on the front bumper and corresponding outlets at the rear guide the flow of air around each corner, relatively undisturbed by the alloy wheels' flush-face designs. The efforts net a slippery drag coefficient of 0.21, just behind that of the EQS 0.20. The CLA EV's impressive range figure is in no small part thanks to its aerodynamic design. We will talk about the range and the battery later in this video, so stay tuned for that. Although the car is larger than its predecessor, much work went into minimizing its frontal area and smoothing the airflow around it. When it comes to the hybrid powertrain, the CLA Hybrid is paired with a specifically designed engine to fit in the same space as the EV's front motor. Its powertrain pairs a new 1.5-liter four-cylinder petrol engine with a small 1.3 kilowatt-hour battery and a 27-horsepower electric motor. These combine to send either 136 horsepower or 163 horsepower through the front wheels, or in the range-topping 4MATIC model, 191 HP to all four wheels. Mercedes claims the new hybrid powertrain gives the CLA diesel levels of fuel efficiency. Mercedes CEO Ola Kalinius also announced that the hybrid will be priced at par with the EV in a push for greater parity between EVs and combustion models. When it comes to CLA EV, the battery lineup starts with the entry-level 250 Plus with EQ technology that is claimed to deliver a range of 792 kilometers. Meanwhile, the all-wheel drive CLA 350 4MATIC with EQ technology is claimed to deliver 770 kilometers. What's notable here is the smaller range disparity compared to the rear-driven version than is typical of most other EVs. Do note that these figures are still pending homologation under the WLTP cycle. However, what's really interesting is that the rear-wheel drive CLA leapfrogs Mercedes' own flagship EQS 580, which manages 770 kilometer WLTP range from a 118 kilowatt battery. That remarkable range figure is thanks to Mercedes' efforts to minimize the CLA EV's energy consumption. It just has an 85 kilowatt nickel manganese cobalt battery. The CLA EV's new rear-mounted permanent magnet motor is also significant to its efficiency. It produces more output in a smaller package, is lighter, and has greater torque density too. The motor also gets a Porsche Taycan-style 2-speed gearbox, rather than the usual single-speed reduction gearing. The powertrain puts out 272 horsepower, which allows the CLA 250 Plus to complete the 0-100 in 6.7 seconds. The four-wheel drive CLA 350 4MATIC with EQ technology gets an additional 108 horsepower motor with a single-speed gearbox on its front axle, giving a combined output of 354 horsepower. This cuts its 0-100 in 4.9 seconds. This additional motor is decoupled from the front axle when it isn't needed, reducing energy losses to friction by 90%. Braking primarily relies on the motor's regenerative effect, which can provide up to 200 kilowatt of stopping power, helping to keep the battery topped up. The CLA EV can be fast charged at rates of up to 320 kilowatt, thanks to its 800-watt electrical architecture that allows for a 300-kilometer charge in just 10 minutes. In addition to the 85 kilowatt-hour battery, a 58 kilowatt-hour lithium iron phosphate pack will also be offered at a later stage. When it comes to inside, the new CLA takes on a sportier character than its more luxurious stablemates. The front seats have chunky side bolsters, and there are more exuberant material choices, such as a combination of black and white Alcantara and faux leather with red stitching. The dashboard is designed around the latest iteration of Mercedes' Superscreen, whose three digital displays include a 10.25-inch one for the instruments in front of the driver, a 14.6-inch infotainment, and optionally, a 14-inch one for the front passenger that spans its entire width. Thanks to Mercedes' latest MB.OS operating system, the screens can be used to play video games or stream shows and films via Netflix and other such services. The system also features the latest iteration of Mercedes' Virtual Assistant, which blends various artificial intelligence functions such as ChatGPT, Google Gemini, and Microsoft Bing to provide more accurate answers to questions. In cars without the super screen, the passenger screen will be replaced with a glass panel with LED backlit star logos, which match the interior's ambient lighting. In a first for a modern Mercedes, the EV gets a frunk that adds 101 liters of storage space. The CLA has a boot space of 405 liters, which is 55 mm lesser than the older model. The CLA will first go on sale in its EV around October in Europe, with the hybrid following a few months later. Joining the sedan will be a new CLA Estate with both powertrain options, and it is expected to be showcased around September at the Munich Motor Show. The CLA sedan is expected to arrive here in India by the end of 2025 as well. So what do you think about the Mercedes CLA EV and the CLA hybrid? Let us know in the comments. If you like to update from the world of automobile, feel free to check out our Instagram Torque Talks and share this video with like-minded enthusiasts. And don't forget to like and subscribe. So that's it for now. See you in the next video. Until then, bye.